What is the main impact that the retreat has had on your life and your business?
Well, it had a huge impact for me, both personally and professionally. I had started taking steps into my coaching business the prior year, getting certified, really trying to decide how it fit in my life, when I was ready to make a full leap into this work, which I was really being called to do and was excited to do. But I have a family to support and had a lot of things on my plate. So I really needed to be sure that my ducks were in order, that the things I needed to make it successful were going to be there, because I didn't have the luxury of a few years to make that happen.
Okay, so what is the number one lesson that you learned from the retreat?
I'm definitely a recovering perfectionist and control freak, and I don't love to talk about things that I can't quite get my arms around yet. But you really helped us to lean into it, step into it, and have the confidence that once we started talking and engaging with people, it all would be clear, and it has been for me.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lesson I take with me every day, and I keep practicing, and I get better and better at, which I'm grateful for.
So what was your experience of that 3-month support afterwards?
It was excellent, and it was critical, I would say, because I think we've almost all gone to programs where they're outstanding. We feel terrific. We know they've made an impact and changed our life. And then we go back to everything we have at work, family, and it's so easy to settle back in where we were. And the only way that experience is super valuable is if we can begin right away to integrate it into our life. And that means actually making changes and doing things with it. And it's very hard to come home afterwards and do that. And that 3 months helped and forced me to take steps.
What would you say to someone who is thinking about coming to the retreat? Maybe they're on the fence, or maybe just considering coming. What would be your advice on that?
If they've gotten so far as to have a conversation with you and they're on the fence, that's their soul calling them to something that's important for them. And so what is easy to do is shift up in our heads and say, oh, I don't know, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't whatever. I would say listen to your soul. You wouldn't have gotten that far if it wasn't something that you were made to do. And the details will fall into place. And that was my experience. There was so many reasons not to go. I have a list, many of them I just named, and it was difficult. But I knew there was a reason I needed to be there. And even if I didn't know why that was, I kind of suspected I would find out. So I'd say take a leap of faith, trust that your soul's leading you where it needs to go, and be generous and open about what you'll receive, because it'll come back tenfold, and you'll find yourself after being led down a path that's potentially so much more meaningful and what you really want to be doing. It's really transformational. You can't open that door and close it again. So take a risk and go open it, because it's a pretty beautiful thing.